Hello everyone. I know this week you are submitting the final copy of your research paper for this course. Congratulations on all the hard work that you've done. What I'd like to do in this video is to review a model APA research paper submitted in this very course. Keep in mind that although we will be covering the APA guidelines as published in the publication manual of the APA 5th edition, these guidelines can be adapted by any future publication, magazine, or journal that you submit your work to. They can also be adapted by any professor, any department in a school. And as always, whenever you present your work, you are obligated to present it in the format required by that particular journal, magazine, discipline, school, department, even professor. So keep that in mind, and let's go over this model paper applying the general APA guidelines. Let's begin with the title page. And on the title page, let's first make sure that all of our page layout settings are correct. Click on the Page Layout tab in the ribbon, and then under Margins, click and pull down to Normal. And that places 1 inch of margins on all sides, top, bottom, left, and right. And that is the proper margin settings for APA documents. Here are also 2 links that take you through all the steps of setting up your APA manuscript using Microsoft Word 2003 and Microsoft Word 2007. Next, I would like to look at the page header. As you can see, the page header is typed into the header portion of your document, and it must be inserted using Microsoft Word's header footer commands. Again, I refer you to the video if you need any help in accessing these Microsoft Word commands. The page header in APA consists of the first 2 to 3 words only of your title, followed by 5 spaces, followed by the page number. And that page number will be inserted automatically by your Microsoft Word software on all subsequent pages. Next, let's look at the running head, which is unique to APA. The running head in APA refers to the shortened title that will appear in the journal or magazine after it is published. The running head consists of the word running, followed by the word head, followed by a colon. Please notice that the word head is not capitalized in APA. There is 1 space after the colon, and then you are to give a shortened title not to exceed 50 characters, including spaces and any symbols that may be in that shortened title. Next, let's look at your info block. Your info block appears approximately at the bottom of the top third of your paper, and it consists of your main title. The purpose of a main title in an APA document is to summarize what the paper is about, and to do so with as few words as possible. So you want to leave out extraneous words such as this experiment or the results of this experiment. Now, if you use a subtitle in APA, you must mark the boundary between your main title and your subtitle with a colon, as you are seeing here. Following your main title is your name, and APA prefers that you use your full name, including your middle initial, so that indexers, abstractors in the future can more clearly distinguish between you and all others. All of this is double-spaced, and the last element that is double-spaced is your university affiliation. And that is all the information that the APA manual requires or suggests for your information block. Again, if any individual professor, journal, magazine requires more information, please put it there. Okay, next let's look at the abstract page, which is the second page of your manuscript. The abstract is a 120-word summary of your entire paper. APA suggests that you begin with the most important information first, and that would be your paper's purpose or your paper's thesis, followed by subsequent levels of information, your main points, your outcomes, etc. Also, please make sure that your abstract is
Indented.
not, as usual, your header-footer command will be inserted automatically on this page and all subsequent pages. Let's take a look at the introduction section of your paper. You know, as an undergraduate, the introductions that you wrote probably consisted of a paragraph often. But in these APA projects, your introduction section will usually consist of multiple paragraphs. And that's because the introduction section in an APA research project must accomplish three purposes. First, it must present the problem and its background to the reader. Second, it must state the importance of that problem or its application or import to your audience in the field in which you're writing. And third, you must clearly define the purpose of your paper and what research need it is going to address in this field. So let's take a look at this introduction section. As you can see, the main title of your paper is repeated on the top line of this page. It is also centered, and it also maintains APA title capitalization. In APA, all major words of a title are capitalized. What does APA not consider to be major words? They are conjunctions, articles, prepositions. All words of 4 letters or more are capitalized. Let's begin reading through this first paragraph of the introduction so that I can point out 2 or 3 things to you. Advances in genetic testing or identifying gene mutations or variants associated with certain diseases or conditions have sparked debates about the confidentiality and appropriate use of an individual's medical information. So here we have a clear identification of the exact problem. The mapping of the human genome in text citation, Collins, Green, Guckmacher, Geyer, 2003, and other discoveries in the field of genomics have broad applications. Let's pause here and take a look at that in-text citation. This source has 4 authors. Notice that ampersands are used to join group of authors' names, not the word and. And the next thing to notice is that in APA in-text citations, you give all of the authors' names up to 5. It is only after 5 that you use et al. Or others. So as you can see, this entire first paragraph was devoted to a statement of the problem. Let's skip down to the third paragraph, because here we are supposed to see a statement of the purpose of the paper. Let's take a look. It is likely that current legal safeguards are inadequate to prevent genetic discrimination in health insurance coverage. This paper will examine the ethical and legal issues surrounding genetic testing in the context of genetic discrimination. That's the statement of the purpose. Here is the research gap or need that it fulfills. Examination of these issues is a critical first step in confirming the need for more legal safeguards and suggesting possible solutions. And that is a solid introduction section for an APA paper.